Bionox is motivating wellness. Hello, and welcome to this edition of Motivating Wellness with Dr. J. I'm your host, Jay Wilkins, and as always, we have guests on that are also motivating wellness in their respective fields. So we have a very special guest today. Her name is Lynn Kreider, and she owns and operates LJ's Fitness since 1989. And she did this so she could bring her love of fitness to everyone. Just let me read a little bit about her background. It's pretty fascinating. Lynn brings over 30 years of personal training experience to her clients. Just some of her personal accomplishments are winning the Pennsylvania State Championship in bodybuilding, world record powerlifter, and training world record power lifters. She is a 200-hour certified yoga instructor and certified nutrition specialist. She is an ACE certified personal trainer and weight management specialist. Here's some other cool stuff. In 2015, she was voted one of the top 15 trainers in the country, and she's been inducted into the Pennsylvania Sports Hall of Fame, which is awesome for her athletics and her coaching. Very cool. So, Lynn, it is so great to have you with us. I like also what you say on your website about your personal background. It says, it doesn't matter where your goals may be, Lynn possesses the experience and knowledge to make you stronger, healthier, and happier. And that works so well with our tagline, which is motivating wellness. We try to do exactly sort of what you're saying. We like to find people where they're at, what their goals are. Some of them are in the sports field and they're looking to get an edge competitively, or they're weekend warriors and they just want to be able to hit it a little harder. Or some of these people that we work with have very chronic degenerative health conditions and they're looking to get better. Or the grandmother that's just looking to spend more time with her grandchildren and be more active. So I love what you're doing. So again, welcome.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the time.
Awesome. Well, let's get into our conversation a little bit. If we could just start, and I know we read all these really great accolades, and those are some really cool things. But maybe tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you come from, where you were raised, and just a few general things.
I was actually born in New York and raised in Philadelphia. So I have a bigger city background and then a transfer to Womelsdorf, Pennsylvania, through a realtor is where I found the place to plant my business. Back in 1989, I was looking for an environment that didn't have a lot of fitness available. Berks County is all about food, all you can eat, pot pie kind of environment. And I really thought that this would be the place to be able to share my love of fitness. We have so often gone into those fitness environments where you pay the money and you get little or no help. They hand you a fish as opposed to teaching you how to fish. And that's not the kind of club I wanted to create here at LJ's. We wanted to not just train, but also educate our clientele. So that's where we found our baseline. We do a lot of personal training with our youngest is 13 and our oldest is 96. So
Wow.
we have a broad range of clientele, which is really important for your viewers to realize that it's never too late and it's almost never too early to begin to pay attention to your wellness.
Yeah, that is really cool. Appreciate the spectrum of what you're doing and you're sharing there with us. So, and that's pretty bold to go into a market that maybe wasn't really there before, which I've done in the past too. As I set up naturopathic clinics, I've gone into some of those smaller communities, and so it takes a lot of education and being a part of the community to people to get to know you. So kudos to you. You've been at it for a long time, so I know things are going well. So maybe we can back up a little bit. What motivated you to really get into this personal trainer space? What is it that triggered you, even with your love of fitness and things? Where did it start?
Well, one of the things that I always noticed, and if you're a gym goer, you'll see this as well, is the New Year's resolutions. They come in January, and by March they're gone. That excitement has now faded, and if they don't get any help, they don't think it's available, and they just find something else to fill their time. One thing that we really wanted to focus on here at LJ's Fitness is to, like I said, educate our clients. We wanted them to come in the door. We wanted to teach them what was important about fitness and how it's not just coming to the gym 5 days a week. It's also what you do outside of the club that has a huge impact on your success. And it's not just the athlete, it's everybody in every walk of life deserves to be healthy and they deserve to be well. And we're not by any means trying to undermine the medical community, but so often people want to take the pill. They want just write me a prescription and make it go away, when so much of it can be done through health and wellness and just getting up and moving. We recognize for a lot of our clients that's really difficult to do on some days. And the products that we found that you were so kind enough to expose us to have been remarkable for them. It literally, the next day, they start feeling better. And feeling better is really just the tip of the iceberg. That gets them to start moving more and considering eating better. Just one thing leads to another. So that we wanted to be a full service kind of environment for our folks.
Very cool. Yeah, we're talking about foundational things of health. Fitness is definitely foundational. As you mentioned, there's no skipping it. You can't reach optimum health without having some sort of fitness regimen. They just don't sell sit-ups and a pill. So you got to do that. And then the same thing with nutrition. We got to be putting things into our mouths that are going to facilitate health and to get the most out of our bodies. So you're covering some very important fundamental things in people's regimens and really having optimal health. So let's back up a little bit on some of these accomplishments that you had in the past. You did some pretty cool things. Maybe you could share sort of like, is there one that you're most proud of and why you're most proud of that?
Oh my gosh, that's really hard. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm not the same person I am today as I was back when I won the Pennsylvania state title. Bodybuilding is an extremely selfish sport. So there was nothing more important than my workout, and there was nothing more important than my nutrition and my training time. And it it was definitely it was a high point in my training. I went to nationals the year after I won the state title, and it was a bit eye opening back in the late 80s when I won the title. There was a transition taking place in ladies bodybuilding. It wasn't appealing to me. It might as well have been men's and women's bodybuilding, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
So I just thought this is not the direction that I want to go as an athlete. So it allowed me to then share my love of fitness. I opened LJ's in 1989, like you mentioned, and powerlifting was part of my bodybuilding training in order to build muscle. I thought, well, the dieting isn't quite as challenging, and it's a kind of a one rep max sort of environment. It wasn't quite as detailed in the timing of my training. I could formulate a program and almost to the day pick my deadlift max or my bench press max or my squat max. So I drifted into powerlifting. We had the opportunity as a club to take a team internationally. We were in Canada, competed in the Can-Am Games where I set my world deadlift record. That was really awesome. And then there's been so many numerous joys and experiences I've had with clients, just watching them perform and watching them succeed. We had a young athlete that just beyond my wildest dreams succeeded not only in high school, but then went on in college to play basketball at a really high level. Then she left that after she graduated, went into fitness. So that's a real joy for me. It's
Cool.
so many things. I just can't even, there's no way I can pick one.
That's nice. Well, when you're passionate like you are about something, and then have the experience that you do, you're naturally going to have some really cool things that you're going to be able to help other people achieve, and that's really neat. It's neat to hear you say that. That yeah, early on it was really about your accomplishments, but your accomplishments later became really helping people individually and seeing them flourish. So that's very cool. So you told us a little bit, I think, about the inspiration there to open your gym and going into that particular area. So what is the population of Walmsdorf roughly? Do you know?
3,000.
Oh wow, talk about a small market.
It's itty bitty. So in most fitness environments, anyone will tell you in a demographic study, you're pulling from 5 square miles from around your club. So this area has continued to grow. It's also been one of the fastest growing industries, fitness and nutrition and all of those things that go around it. I mean, there was none of the chain clubs. um, the next closest thing to us was a YMCA. So there was nothing. And then little by little, as the years went by, the area became saturated. One thing that, of course, we've all been affected by COVID in some way, shape, or form. And the one thing that my husband and I often talked about is just the saturation of the market. And whether you have a boutique club, you're quick to realize it can't just be a spin club, or it can't just be an X club. It's got to be some kind of diversification, because people will get bored and they will want to move on. So one thing that we were sad to hear is that so many clubs did meet their demise during the issue with COVID. We got involved with the Pennsylvania Fitness Alliance. I'm on the board for that group. It's a group of club owners that bounded together over COVID, trying to figure out how we're going to get reopened and how is our industry going to survive with just kind of like the bad tag that we were in with bars and restaurants. And it didn't feel like the right fit for us. We're really more aligned with the medical field. So and a lot of our legislators didn't realize that. So we were fortunate enough. I did a lot of press conferences through the Pennsylvania Fitness Alliance opportunity with our state legislators and our local county commissioners to share we're part of the medical field. This isn't just recreational, even though it is. It's not only that. And there are folks coming out of surgeries and injuries, and they depend on us to be able to get them to that next level. So it's been very interesting. Even though we are in a small, very small town, we've been able to thrive and survive, and actually we're in the best shape we've ever been in as a business. And I think it goes back to what we talked about earlier, just connecting with your clients and having them come in and they see stronger, healthier, happier on the macadam walking up our steps to come into our club.
Yeah, very cool. So, I looked at your website, and I was really impressed by the aesthetics of your place there and the various services that you offer. It looks like a very beautiful, inviting type of a place that you would want to go to. And then the size of your staff as well was kind of I was blown away by that. So maybe you could just talk about a little bit about the services that you offer, and a little bit more about what sets LJ's Fitness apart from the pack.
Well, thanks for noticing that. We put a lot of time and a lot of effort into the environment that we created here at LJ's Fitness, from the colors on the wall to the words that we post right above our entrance. As you leave the club, it says, "This is my happy place." We have a big, major mantra that we are one or we are none. And it just all talks about we have to be like-minded, and we are more like-minded than we have our differences. So much we want to focus on
Yeah.
differences. But as far as what we offer here at the club, we have grown like crazy over the last number of years. We added a group fitness classroom that we didn't have available before. So when we added that in 2010, it gave us the opportunity to offer group fitness classes. From there, we had a lovely social deck that needed upgraded or removed. So we removed it and we added a power room. When we added that space where we have squatting, deadlifting, a lot of heavy leg equipment, we allowed our club to be open 24/7.
Oh, wow.
That was a huge thing. It's not staffed 24/7. So the
Hmm.
luxury of being in a small local community like we are, it's like a family. So everybody gets, I say, the key to my house if they want that upgrade to their membership. We call it the VIP access,
Hmm.
and it comes with some responsibility. So when they accept that VIP access to their membership, they have to watch my back. When I'm upstairs sleeping, if they see behavior unbecoming a member of our club, they just have to let us know. We pull the camera footage up, and fortunately, I'm happy to report we've really not had any issues since we've
Good.
tried that, and that's well over 10 years old now.
Yeah.
We offer massage therapy. We offer a boxing program. I did some training with a we'll call him a master boxer. So if you know anything about master sports, he's older. He wanted to get his license back to box. So we did some training with him and he offered his services. We opened a boxing area down in the basement of our club where it belongs, in that kind of loud, crazy environment. He teaches the speed bag and heavy bag and double end mitts, and it's really pretty cool. Um, our personal training, just the diversity of equipment. With my exercise background and my weightlifting background, we have folks come in that call it old school. You got all the old school stuff. Well,
Hmm.
it's stuff that really works. It's equipment that is tried and true. So we do all kinds of group fitness classes, which has been really wonderful. And our kind of our biggest thing that we just opened is a smoothie bar. In
Yeah.
January of 2020, we partnered with another small local company, uh, maybe an hour from here. And it's really phenomenal. Freeze dried organic product. It's an excellent post workout, pre workout, meal replacement product that we put out for them. So
Very.
it's a
Yeah.
lot.
That is
It's a
a
lot
lot.
in a small area.
It is a lot, and then you probably didn't even cover it all. But no, it's really cool to see what you offer there. And I'd noticed that even on in the parking lot going through your door there. What is it? What's the statement there in the as you're going in? What does it say?
Stronger, healthier, happier.
It's awesome. Yeah,
So
that's
we
very
set
cool.
that mindset.
From the time they get out of their car, that is so
Better
cool.
believe it.
Yeah, it's nice to see all the thought that you put into to what you're doing there. So, and again, the website is so that people can go check it out. What's your website?
ljsfitness.com.
Awesome. And then you got a Facebook page,
We do.
which they can just go to LJ's Fitness.
LJ's Fitness. Yep. And it'll show up on Facebook. And our group for LJ's Fitness is open to anyone. We are offering nutrition. We are offering all kinds of exercise information. Actually, tomorrow we're going to film our workout of the week. So you have that to do with body weight. You don't need any kind of exercise equipment to do what we're going to offer. We also offer modifications. So it's, you start where you are. There's no bar to jump over. We just want people to start. And
Yeah,
that's the most important step.
absolutely. Very cool. So,
Join Dr. J next time in episode 2 with personal trainer Lynn Kreider.